Hello and welcome to the last class review of United in Stormwind. This time it's gonna be Warrior and Warlock. First we have Touch of the Nephrism. This is a simple, good control tool, good anti-aggro tool, and a good tool for Quest Warlock. This card easily gets 4 stars. Bloodbound Imp is a good Quest Warlock card. The question is, will Quest Warlock run a 2 mana 2/5? Actually, I think yes. Because it's a good anti-aggro tool, because it prevents more damage than it deals, I think. We will see how good aggro is, especially Face Hunter. Can you prevent more damage than you take with this card? We will see. And also, that damage counts to your quest, which is better. This card gets 3 stars. This is basically a 3 mana Dreadsteed, but you give a minion +1/+1. Dreadsteed was horrible at 4 mana, because even if it go infinity, you probably just don't do anything. But it's a card that can be used, but where will it be used? Only deck I can think of is Zoo Warlock that will just have an infinite amount of 1/1s, which is just good chip damage for Zoo Warlock. But Zoo Warlock I don't think will work currently. This card, Ruined Mithril Rod, is a reason why most decks will be running weapon removal. Because this card is absolutely insane. It's a double forest sign on a stick and for half the mana. This card is one of the top cards of the expansion. And if there were no tech cards, it would be unstoppable. This card gets 4 stars just because of the amount of tech cards we have, and tradable tech cards as well. Dark Alley Pact is a very good handlock tool. But you need at least 7 cards in your hand when you play this to get enough value, because a 5/5 I don't think is good enough on turn 4, but vanilla 6/6 may be just enough. But you can technically get 9/9 on turn 4, which is very hard to deal with unless you're against a priest. Or probably hunter, or against most of them it's a big problem. But this card will still see some play, but handlock will definitely not be a tier 1 deck. This card gets Demonic Assault, basically combines 2 2-mana cards and makes it 4 mana. But I don't see a deck where this will work just because it's a 1/3. If it was a 2/6 deal 3 damage as a spell, maybe. But the 1/3 bodies are just too low for a turn 4, I think. So this card gets 1 star. Shady Bartender is another very good Zoo card. The problem is Zoo won't work this expansion, it just needs more support. So this means that this card gets 2 stars. The entitled customer means that we officially have a Karen in Hearthstone. Great. And this card is also great because damaging other minions is a thing that Warlock does very, very good. And also most of the time, Warlock, at least Control Warlock, doesn't have that many minions on board while this is in play. Maybe a White Collar in Wild. So this is a very good board clear that I think will replace Twisting Nether. This card gets 3 stars just because the Demon Seed is a good quest line. I think it's one of the more powerful ones. And the reward is basically, if you don't die, win the game. Yeah. You can do this with Neru as well. Just empty your deck and then fatigue goes to your opponent. And Neru is not a bad card by any means. The question is, will aggro be strong enough? Or will aggro just be able to kill you while doing a quest? Probably. This card gets 3 stars because it will get destroyed by the aggro. Anethron is 1 mana 8/6 if you have a full hand, which is pretty easy for Warlock as they got little card draw and their hero power is a card draw engine. But handlock won't be that strong, so this gets 3 stars. But it would be very funny, and it will be when there will be a clip when someone plays the coin to play this card and they realize that it's now 6 mana. And then they concede. It will be very funny, and I guarantee it's gonna be on troll. Provoke is a nice card. It's basically an anti-aggro card, but I don't think it's strong enough. If the tradable keyword was on Devouring Swarm for Hunter, that would be a very different story. But it's just an anti-aggro tool, and Warrior is like the class with the most anti-aggro tools. This will see a lot of experimentation because there are a lot of like cool combos you can do it probably, but it's not going to be strong enough. Shivere Timbus is a control card designed for an aggro deck. This means it will probably not work only if control decks just put pirates in there so they can have easy card to draw with the card I'm gonna show in the next few minutes. This card gets 2 stars. I don't think it will work, but it's pretty. Harbor Scamp is the card I was talking about. It's basically a 2 mana 2/2 draw 2, which is insane, and it tutors and it draws you a card that you purposely put into your deck, and it's of a certain type, which means it's gonna be a powerful card. This is a very good card that will see play in most warrior decks, probably even the ones that don't usually run pirates but will run this card just so they can get the easy card draw. This card gets 5 stars. Cargo Guard is a very mech card. You really need it to stick for 2 turns if you want to get the full value out of it. And it's probably not gonna stay there because it's just a 2/4 for free that just gains you free armor. And that's not good enough, I think, in this insane meta. So this card gets 1 star. Heavy Plate is a fine card, nothing more, nothing less, but it will never see play anywhere, I think. This card gets 1 star. Stormwind Freebooter is a very good card, very good pirate, just a little anti-tempo tool, which is always welcome in Warrior, and also it just can go face, which is also fine. This card gets 4 stars. Remote Control Golem needs at least 2 procs for it to be worth it, and even then you play a 4 mana card that does absolutely nothing, so your opponent can just go face. And because there are no real good mech synergies, I don't think this card will see home anywhere. It's an interesting design, but that's about it. It's got no... Cowardly Grunt is just a gather your party with a 6/2 body that you can silence. And that's the main breaking point with this card. Silence. Because you have so many good silence effects in this expansion, this card will be so susceptible to it that it will probably not work. But Big War is our archetype that appears again and again. We will see if it gets this support, but I think this is a 1-star card. The Quest for Warrior Raided Ox is a very good card, and an insane reward, I think. It will be one of the more powerful ones, because you can draw a weapon, then you just clear some boards, and then you get a constant swarm of anti-tempo, tempo, and the weapon. So I think this... you can technically complete this by like turn 6 or 7 very easily because of the amount of draw and pirates you have. So I think this is a very good card, and I'm gonna give it 4. This has been the final review of class cards in United and Stormwind. The only ones left are the neutrals. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.